Hey Aquarius, welcome to your love and romance reading for December 2021. This is going to be for Aquarius Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I know a lot of people like to check out their Venus sign when it comes to love and romance. So I always set the intention for the Venus placement as well. We're going to see what's happening. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Love and romance for December 2021 or whenever you happen to stumble upon this video. See what's going on here for you guys. One more shuffle. Alrighty, let's get right on into it. So the first card that's coming in here, Aquarius, is the Devil. Some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn. If I'm not mistaken, I feel like Aquarius may have come in for Capricorn as well. I could be wrong. Or was it Aries? You guys will have to let me know in the comments. Now, first and foremost, the Devil card is a major arcana card. So anytime the major arcana cards come up in a reading, it's telling me that this is a significant chapter in your life. The situation that you're dealing with is, there's a certain level of destiny with it. Like you came here to have this experience. You came here to meet this person. This is something that you came here to accomplish or master, or a way in which you came here to grow. When I see the major arcana cards, when I have major arcana cards come up between two people, it tells me that there's a strong past life connection. You guys have had many past lives together before, and that there's an agreement, there's a contract. You all agreed that you would meet in this lifetime for a specific reason. So when we look at the major arcana card, it tells us what that reason is. Now, as I said, some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn, or there can be big changes happening for you in that area of your life if you have a Capricorn placement where a significant soulmate is coming in. But in terms of like a contract energy, okay, the Devil can be breaking out of a karmic cycle, but it can also be balancing our physical pleasures, balancing our physical experience. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, this may even have come up. I don't know if it was in the November reading where there was a sense of like Persephone and Hades, like that kind of dynamic. Like one person might be very spiritual, one person might be very physical or very much like on the earth plane, or one person might have a lot more light and one person might have a lot more dark. This doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad connection. It can actually balance out. Okay, so there could be somebody coming in to bring you into your physical body, or to remind you that you are a spiritual being coming here to have a physical experience, right? It's not all about just being, in our meditation and in our prayer. That's an important aspect of our life, but we can't completely and totally abandon the physical experience either. Okay, we're going to see how the reading plays out as more cards come up. But the Devil card at the foundation does give me the sense or a feeling that there's a Persephone, Hades kind of dynamic here. Or, somebody that might be very spiritual dealing with somebody who might be very physical, and finding the balance between those two things. The next card that's coming up here is the Justice card. See, I said balance. Did I not say balance? And the Justice card has what? Scales. Okay, there could be Libra energy here. Some of you could be dealing with a Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or you may have a Libra placement. Now, the Justice card comes in with balancing the head and the heart. There might be a lot of temptation coming in for some of you. This Devil card for some of you can be that you are in a committed relationship, and somebody's coming along and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so tempted. I'm so tempted. I'm so tempted. Or you're very pulled and very drawn towards this person, but you know that it's not going to work out because this person doesn't have the characteristics that you're looking for. But there may be a strong physical pull. There may be a strong physical drive, a sense of temptation. Or maybe you're free and single, but you know that they are not. and they want to justify it. And they're coming in and they're saying, oh, well, my partner and I, we're only together because of the kids and we have an understanding. They do their own thing. I do my own thing. We just don't talk about it. They might find ways to justify it. That's a very common thing that we hear. Oh, well, we have an understanding. Really? If I spoke with your partner, would they verify for me this understanding that you guys seem to have? I can talk to your partner about it then, right? No problem. They'll verify it for me, right? Probably not. So there might be a situation where you're feeling very tempted. But here the Justice card is going to come in with balancing the head and the heart. Right? For some of you, it's balancing physical and spiritual energy, balancing light and dark. For some of you, it's balancing what the head wants and what the heart wants, and finding yourself in a situation of doing the right thing. This is a general reading, and the cards can sometimes come up and give us different scenarios or different stories. So for some of you, it's finding the balance between that pleasure and the physical life and spirituality, the light and the dark. And for some of you, it's balancing what your heart is wanting to do when your head knows this might not be a right situation. So for some of you Aquariuses, you might be stepping into a situation that your head knows, your mind knows it's not adding up, but your heart wants to believe it. Your heart wants to say, oh, it's okay. It's all right. We can explain away all these red flags. Let's not explain away the red flags. Unless you're willing to go into the situation and being honest with yourself and saying to yourself, you know what? There's a lot of red flags here I'm ignoring. This probably isn't going to end well. However, curiosity killed the cat and satisfaction brought it back. I just want to have this experience. Unless you're going into it bracing yourself, knowing that these red flags aren't going to end well, that you're going to end up possibly being let down, being disappointed, getting burned. Unless you're ready to accept that consequence, you need to turn around and walk away. For those of you where you're very tempted, you're very drawn, there's like this carnal magnetism with this person, and you know what they're telling you doesn't add up. Where they have this understanding with their partner. They're only together because of the kids, but yet they have to hide you. Nobody can know that they're talking to you. They don't want you on their social media liking their stuff or commenting on their stuff. They don't want to take pictures together and post them. So you know when it's not adding up. The next card that's coming up here, Aquarius, is the Sun. Another major arcana card. Now we have 3 major arcana cards coming in back to back. When major arcana cards come in back to back, this is massive changes in a very short period of time. Lots of major arcana cards coming in back to back tell me that this is time to break out of some kind of past life agreement, some kind of bondage. And it's funny because we were just talking about some of you being in a situation where somebody doesn't want to claim you or is doing things on the down low. Maybe this has been a pattern for some of you Aquariuses. And the Sun card is saying, no, I'm here to experience true love. I'm here to experience freedom and playfulness. I'm here to be, shown off. My person needs to be like, heck yeah, I'm with Aquarius. Check out my partner, everybody. somebody who's claiming you, somebody who is experiencing life with you open, in public. The Sun card for me is the opposite of a codependent relationship. It's true love. It's the freedom to be yourself, and your partner has the freedom to be themselves. There's no competition here. You guys are happy to see each other succeed and to see each other shine. There's no mistrust here. This is a loyal couple. Both partners know that their partner is loyal. Their partner is not out there messing around or playing games. So those of you balancing light and dark, this is the time to come into your physical body and enjoy life and have fun and embrace the physical realm. Embrace the physical world. Embrace that playfulness. Embrace success. For those of you dealing with karmic cycles, it's time for you to come out of those seedy little secret relationships and to be with someone who's happy to flaunt you about and show you off, because you deserve it. You're a good catch, and you deserve to be shown off and to be like, for your partner to be proud that they're with you. Okay? For many of you, the Sun card is saying coming out of cycles of codependency. No more codependency in your romantic relationships. That this is freedom, this is trust, this is success, this is playfulness. You don't have to play small. No jealousy here. The Devil card could be jealousy. There's no jealousy with the Sun card. Breaking out of that cycle. Coming into a healthy balance. Your next card coming up here, Aquarius, is the Queen of Wands. Very interesting. Queen of Wands is very passionate energy. Very independent energy. Life of the party. Hot mama kind of energy here. Okay? So some of you are stepping into this energy. Some of you are attracting this kind of partner or this kind of person. Traditionally speaking, Queen of Wands can come up in a love reading to indicate some kind of mistress kind of situation. And it might be time to come out of that cycle or that pattern. I've been speaking to the mistress so far. And I've been saying, mistress, you deserve to come out of that. And you deserve to, be seen and be shown off and have somebody who claims you. But are you someone who is keeping a mistress? Don't you deserve, and doesn't your partner deserve, not to have to live a life of lies? So this is a time to choose and make a decision. This is a time to come to an understanding and to maybe give up that double life and be honest about it and take the pressure off yourself and give your spouse or your committed significant other the permission and the ability to be with someone who's going to be satisfied with them. And then you don't have to deal with the guilt and you don't have to deal with the sneaking around. So I've been talking to the mistress, but I'm also going to talk to the mistress keeper here. Now, the Queen of Wands comes up with the energy here of also like getting angry or getting frustrated. The Queen of Wands comes up for me in my readings when you're tired of being pushed down. You're tired of not being appreciated. You know what you bring to the table. You know what you have to offer. And you're not going to settle for less. You want to be with somebody, or you want to be in a situation where you're fairly compensated for what you're bringing to the table, and you're fully appreciated. So the Queen of Wands comes up for me a lot of the times when somebody has had enough and they're not going to put up with receiving less than. They're not going to put up with receiving less than what they deserve. And that anger motivates them to really big change in a very short period of time. So a lot of you are coming into a healthy sense of entitlement. You know what you deserve in your love life, and you're not going to settle for less. You're not going to deal with disrespect. You're not going to deal with being kept in the shadows. Those of you that you've been really on that spiritual path and you've got this devil energy coming up like, hey, let's enjoy the physical world. Let's enjoy this physical playground. You may be coming into that feisty, passionate Queen of Wands energy where you're not going to be ashamed of that side of yourself or that aspect of yourself. And you're going to embrace that physical energy and you're going to taste what life has to offer. The next card that's coming up here for Aquarius is the Moon. This could be Pisces or Cancer energy. Again, another major arcana card. This is a massive shift in the love life of Aquarius in December. You're breaking out of old cycles and old patterns. Your love life is really changing, is really turning around. You're clearing out of the way that which no longer serves you. When the Moon card comes in, there's a sense here of overcoming our fears, listening to our intuition, following our inner guidance. There can also be an element of shadow work with the Moon, where things that we've pushed down for a long time are beginning to come to the surface. And so they're coming to the surface so that we can process them and so that we can heal them. Some of you who are on a spiritual path, who have this person coming in, who either might be working with darker energy or who might be really in the physical realm, the Moon card is saying that this might really be activating your spiritual gifts and your spiritual abilities. And you may be coming into a time where you're having to make a decision about your spiritual modalities, the energies that you're choosing to work with, the energies that you're choosing to align with. For some of you, this connection is activating something very psychic and something very spiritual inside of yourself. And I can testify to that. That happened to me several years ago. I was in a very karmic situation with what I refer to as a shadow flame. And this was a very dark person. Very dark person. And I was young and naive. And we have this past life connection. And it activated a lot of things in me. That person, that relationship awakened me to my spiritual gifts, to my spiritual abilities, and I remembered pushing them down since I was a kid. And this person came in and it was like, okay, do you want to join my world? Do you want to do these things? And I didn't want to work with that energy. I didn't want to go that dark. I didn't want to go to that extreme, right? I understand people say, well, you can't have light without dark. And there's truth to that. But how dark are we talking? So some of you Aquarius, you're having to make this decision, right? Again, you guys had that reading of Persephone meets Hades. And Persephone didn't want to be in Hades all the time. Their happy solution was that she got to go be in the sun. She got to run around. She got to enjoy life and she got to enjoy her family for part of the year. But then the other part of the year, she was in the realm of Hades. And so you might be having to decide that balance for yourself. figuring out your light and your dark, figuring out the gray areas. And these lessons might be coming to many of you through your love life. You may want to check out your moon sign, your rising sign, your Venus sign. If this is none of those for you, some months, those might resonate more for you than your sun sign. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you go to calendly.com/amethystangelite, you can schedule a private reading with me there. Don't forget, every week I do weekly forecasts where we talk about everything other than love. Be sure to check out those videos as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.